So we're coming to you from the Washington Monument here in DC. It's part of VOA's coverage of the Black History Month in the month of February. And right now we will be speaking to Wisdom Cole. He is the National Director for Youth and College at the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, known widely here as NAACP. Wisdom, thank you so much for joining us on Voice of America. So let me begin by getting an understanding of what Black History Month means for you or the NAACP in 2023.
Yeah, 2023 is all about being Black and thriving, right? Recognizing all the amazing accomplishments that our people have done in this country and how we've continued to further the mission of the NAACP. There was a time in this country where it was illegal to be a member of the NAACP, and now we have members across the country who are consistently working, mobilizing, and ensuring that we commit to transforming change in America today.
In America today, where is the country as far as what the ancestors or those that came before you, like Dr. Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X and the Maya Angelos, what do you see today? Have there been significant progress or is there regression?
I think that we are living in the legacy and continuing the legacy forward that these great civil rights leaders have set for us, right? The fact that, we have come so far, but there's still many issues that that impact Black people in America today. Everything from police brutality to gun violence to economic injustice, right? Some of the things that we're working at the NAACP is ensuring that we continue to meet the moment, right? Just this past January, we saw the brutalization and murder of Tyree Nichols, and that is an issue that consistently impacts our community each and every single day. We want to make sure that we see people held accountable for those key issues, right? Making sure that we end qualified immunity, making sure that we have a database of police encounters, right? Recognizing that, just this February, we are living off of a shooting that happened on campus, right? Where young people feel like they should be able to go to college, get an education, and they're being faced with gun violence in their campus, not knowing if they're going to be able to actually go home. And recognizing that we are also burdened by the debt of student debt that impacts folks who want to further their mission and vision in this country. When we say, hey, go get an education, go get a good job, but you are now burdened by student debt that disproportionately impacts the Black community, right? Recognizing that these issues consistently impact our communities, we are working to mobilize, to train people, and make sure that we meet this moment.
So what would you say is working or are working for African Americans this day?
I think our elected leaders need to really listen to us, but actually, more than just listening, implement the policy necessary to move us forward, right? Oftentimes, our elected leaders come into our communities a couple weeks before an election, and they make a lot of promises about the things that they're going to do. I'm tired of hearing about the promises. I want to see the policy. I want to see the plans. I want to see the implementation, right? Our lives need to actually change in real time to actually see the impact of the work that we are claiming to do.
Well, the theme for this year's celebration of Black History Month is Black resistance. And over the course of this week, I've been speaking to several African Americans who've been telling me what that means to them. For the NAACP, what does that mean really?
Black resistance means recognizing that Black History Month isn't just a month, but it's all year long. It's that, we don't only celebrate Black history, we make Black history. We are continuing that legacy. We're continuing to fight. We're continuing to ensure that justice is met here in America. And by Black resistance, we want to ensure that people are continuing to see themselves in a light of thriving, right? Oftentimes we talk about the pain, we talk about the suffering, we talk about the anguish that our community is met with. But there are so many beautiful things happening in our community, so many amazing scholars, athletes, entrepreneurs, actors, activists who are consistently working to change the narrative, right? We are part of that legacy. We are part of the tradition, and we're going to continue moving forward.
For decades, the NAACP has been championing civil rights movements in the U.S. During this month of Black History Month celebration, what's your message, particularly for African Americans?
The message for Black History Month is to continue to live in your Black excellence, continue to thrive in your environments, and continue to seek out one another and seek out justice, because when we know is that when we come together, when we work together, when we organize, when we fight for justice, that we're actually able to see change, right? We have moved forward in the past 114 years that the NAACP has existed, and we're going to continue moving forward by working together in solidarity amongst our community.
A few weeks ago, the 118th Congress was sworn in. To what extent are they crucial to the realization of the goals that you've enumerated?
You know, it's absolutely important for us to work with our elected officials because we were the ones who were able to get them in office in the first place, right? And so we need their support in the halls of Congress. We need them vocal and speaking up about these issues, but more so we need them voting to pass these legislations that are actually going to protect our people, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, but for the future to come.
Thank you, Wisdom.
Thank you.
So that's Wisdom Cole there. He is the National Director in charge of Youth and College at the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, known widely here as the NAACP. Thank you for watching.